What's up, War Report family? It is Friday, December 22nd. You guys know what time it is. It's Facts or Null Friday, Christmas edition, where we're going to talk about what we want Auburn to be brought by Santa. Let's drop it on.
You are now listening to the War Report. Drop.
It is Facts or Null Friday, where we're going to talk about what we want from Santa for Auburn next season. Get your questions in the chat. You guys gave us some questions on Twitter, but we need some more input from you guys. What do you guys want to see from Santa for Auburn next season? More passing yards, 8 wins. You know, if you're Amani, an undefeated season, put that in the chat. We're going to get to some questions here. But before we do, as always, guys, help us out. Share this video at the War Report on all your socials. Hashtag get your weight up so people can find our content. Also, hit like on this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. This helps us in the algorithm so that we can continue to grow our community. You guys are part of one of the best communities out there. At the War Report on Twitter and Instagram, TW Report on TikTok. If you're out there in podcast land, please subscribe, download, give us that 5-star review so that we can continue to grow in audio only format as well. Let's jump right in. Facts or Null.
Come on, what you
Friday.
Come on.
Facts or Null Friday. All right, I'm gonna kick this thing off, man. Facts or Null.
Okay.
Auburn racks up at least 200 passing yards in the bowl game against Maryland.
Facts. Oh, wait a minute. I just remembered.
What did you remember?
I thought about it. All right, Maryland's a little down. They don't have the starting quarterback, so they should be punching a lot. We should get a lot of cracks at the apple on offense. And then I remembered that we lost a couple guys in the portal at the wide receiver position. And as much as we have this heralded class, they are not going to be taking the field for us. So the passing game could still be a bit of a struggle. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mini bug, very slightly bug, and say facts. We go over 200 yards, which is still not a lot of yards passing in this day and age. But considering where we were this season, it would be a feat. So I'm going to say facts. And I am boogieing quite a bit.
Okay, I'm gonna go facts on this one as well too.
Okay.
Yeah, I may go over 200. I think the return of Jay Fair is imminent. The return of Jay Fair is imminent. And when I say return, I mean them targeting him. Rivaldo Fairweather returns. I think we might see Michael Riley Ducker get a little burn in this bowl game. Not sourced, but I think we might see Auburn experiment a little bit in this thing to see what they have in some of their current players going into next season. That results in, I think that results in 200 yards passing.
Okay.
So,
okay. Then we see some change ups here.
Yeah. I think we see some change ups. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
That'll do it.
All right, what you got for me?
All right, I got one for you. Okay. Facts or nah? All right. Santa is going to bring us an actual open QB competition this spring.
Look, God is good.
You politician already.
God is good. Yeah. But no, I think Payne Thorne is going to win this job. So I'm going down this one. I think Payne Thorne is your quarterback for 2024, at least to start. Now, does the competition begin once the season starts? Now, here's the thing. He's out of eligibility after this. So if he does not play well, Hugh Freeze will be more inclined to pull him.
Yeah.
And go to Holden Gerder if, this is a different situation that they're going into in 2024. So I will add that caveat. But I'm going, I think that if you're Holden, you're in the same position that you were last year. Right? with a starting quarterback who has much more experience than you do, and the coaches have shown that they value that. I mean, Holden struggled to jump Robbie. So I don't see, unless this coaching staff significantly changes course in terms of their attitude toward Holden, I think it's going to be Peyton Thorne.
All right.
So now.
Yeah, I'm saying nah as well. I think they're locked in with the kid. They're locked in with him, man. They're locked in with Thorne. Holden's going to be breaking case of emergency, unfortunately. Open competition, I always thought would benefit everybody. As much as we hear coaches talking about it, right? Players coming in, we're trying to improve the position, and that should make you better. But honestly, we've seen this a lot with both offensive and defensive head coaches. No matter what their leaning is as far as which side of the ball they major on, they like being able to know and trust exactly what a guy's going to do, even if all of it isn't the greatest thing. Like, oh, well, we know these are your deficiencies, so we're going to, protect from them with what we call and all that stuff. I think they're just more familiar with Thorne. I don't know what the excuse was last year, but this year, that's definitely going to be the reason why. So I'm going to say nah.
Okay. All right. Check me out here.
Okay.
Slide around recruiting. Facts or no, at least one freshman wide receiver starts to begin next season.
Okay. I need to understand this. Will be on the field for the first offensive snap starts?
Will be on the field for the first offensive snap of 2024.
Or, okay, let me ask you this. What if they just get and they're in the top 3 in snaps for that game? Because if you're not out there for the first play, but you got just as many snaps as the guys who did start.
No.
You're saying strictly on the field.
On the field, first snap, who goes out there? Period.
All right.
That is the definition of a starter.
I say facts. I say Cam Coleman, he's getting in there in spring. He's going to get to go through the spring camp, fall camp, and he's going to be lighting it up by fall camp, man. I don't think they keep this kid off the field. I just don't. I say facts.
Okay. All right. Look, Hugh Freeze has shown that he values experience. And these freshman receivers don't have any experience, B. So I'm definitely going facts. Look,
come on, Book.
These guys are too good. They put too much effort into this wide receiver class to not see at least one of them see the field early. Perry Thompson comes in after the spring. Cam Coleman comes in early. He's going to work with Walker White, Holden Geriner, Peyton Thorne. He is an NFL talent. He'll play at the next level. I'm saying facts on this one. I think that you get a top 5 overall prospect in the country. He's got to see the field of year 1. No way. You just did not have enough production. You weren't good enough to keep a top 5 prospect off the field from snap 1 next season. I'm going facts. Cam Coleman.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. All right. I got another one for you.
All right.
Facts or nah? Auburn finishes this cycle top 5.
Ooh. I am going to go nah on this one. I think it's a numbers. I think it's a numbers game at this point, right? If you look at like Miami is ranked ahead of Auburn, they've got like 7 more recruits, even though Auburn has a higher average composite rating per recruit. I don't know if they have the space. Once you get up into the top 5 or near the top 5, it starts to get tight. I've said this for years. Outside of the top 5, there is very little difference in a lot of those recruiting classes from like 6 to like 12.
Yeah.
I mean, the top 5 is about landing 5-star prospects,
right? Or
almost all 4-star prospects. I just think Auburn might have a hard time if it's 3-star prospects. So they're going to really need a really big flip to jump into that top 5. I'm not sure if it's there. Hugh Freeze said they have 2 big offensive linemen that they were still targeting. Plus,
we got one of them.
Yeah, I think that they are really hoping Ryan Williams will reconsider ruining his life. So It's just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things.
That's really a bet on Ryan Williams, is what it is.
Yeah. Right. That's how I feel at this point.
Right. So you say nah. I don't. I think. I mean, I think they get Williams. I think they do. I think they get him. We got 2 months. We're only two. We're not even 2 months. It's like a month and a half away from early signing day. I think they get Williams in this class off the strength of these guys having that connection. I think they get him. That 5-star puts us into the top 5. I don't know who we displace at 6 or 7 or whatever. We get into the top 5 because Ryan Williams is an Auburn Tiger. National Signing Day, February 2024. Facts. I'm booking again. Okay. Why not?
All right. I like it. I'm not mad at the book there. Facts or no? I'm going way out on this one.
Go out.
Auburn beats SEC newcomer Oklahoma on the Plains next season.
Oh, facts. I'm no doubt in my mind.
No Dylan Gabriel. Like, what do you see?
Gabriel. They lost their starting left tackle, apparently, which is Oklahoma fans trashing this kid's dad's business. It's some disrespectful stuff. I think they have lost enough to have questions and have enough spots to fill. Brett Venables is a good recruiter. I don't know that he is the transfer pickup guy that other coaches have been and have proven to be. Like at Tennessee, he's doing good work in the portal. At Ole Miss, they're doing good work in the portal. At South Carolina, Brett Venables is not that. He's actually bemoaned guys flipping and changing a lot, to be honest with you. So I think we get him. That home field, our home field. Jordan Hare is a home field advantage like no other. It does work for us every time we face a decent team here. I think we get Oklahoma year 1 as they are getting their bearings, because I mean their schedule is going to be unreal for the first time, maybe ever. They don't have 6 or 7 quality teams in the Big 12 where they didn't, but now it's going to be rough on them. I think we add to their misery. Facts. We get Oklahoma year 1.
I am going facts on this one as well. Look, it's in Auburn, so they can't bring that stupid wagon and run it around the field and do all that corny foolishness that they do at Oklahoma. One of the dumbest traditions in college football. They flipped the wagon. B. I think that Auburn, if Ron Roberts can field any semblance of a defense equal to what he fielded next year, Auburn wins that game. Right. I think they won a tough one. Oklahoma, welcome to the SEC. The Plains is one of the toughest places to play in the country. I think they'll be pleasantly surprised by what they see for the first time in history. This is the first time in history Oklahoma will have come into Auburn and played at Auburn. I'm totally excited for that game. I think it's going to be great to be there to cover that live. So I'm going facts on this one. I think Auburn wins that. All right, we got one more before we got to get to the break. What you got, B?
All right, okay. All right, Mike G, facts or nah? How far do we want to go here? Okay. Facts or nah? We actually see Holden Geriner play ball in the bowl game for at least 2 offensive series.
Ooh. 2 offensive series?
Yes.
This is really a question about whether I think the bowl game is going to be a blowout. I'm going to say facts on this one. I'm going super bug. Tua is not playing in this game. He has opted out of this game.
Talia.
Yeah.
To his little brother,
Yeah. I'm sorry. His little quarterback has opted out.
Yeah.
I think that might be a significant hurdle for Maryland to overcome. Auburn goes out here on defense, dominates them, builds a big lead, creates turnovers. Holden sees the field in the third quarter. Auburn by a wide margin. I think Auburn has a chance to blow this game out. I think they feel like they have something to prove. The Iron Bowl left a ugly taste in their mouth. And
I'm sure it did.
They are ready to cleanse the palate. And I think they're going to do that by bathing in the blood of Maryland Terrapins Facts holding plays because it is going to be a complete drubbing of the Terrapins.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately I'm leaning nah. All right, I'm leaning nah.
Okay.
Partially because, though, again, we had a great signing day, but those guys aren't going to be on the field, and we are losing a couple of very significant players that are opting out. And yeah, we're going to have a bunch of new pieces back there in the secondary who have not played a lot of snaps, or at least have not started. And we lost our defensive lineman, Marcus Harris, man. He's our best defensive lineman. He's not playing this game. Do we have another run stopper as good as Marcus Harris back there? I don't think we do. Not right now. Not developed to the point of that Marcus Harris was. I think we are going to be in a game, in a bit of a dogfight, because yes, they're losing they've lost their quarterback, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. He wasn't that awesome in the first place. Okay. He was okay. He was just okay. If Mike Loxley, who is their head coach, he's also an offensive coordinator by trade, has prepared their second quarterback well enough for 2-3 weeks, I think he will be serviceable enough to make this a somewhat competitive game. Too much experience lost in the secondary for us, some experience lost on that defensive line for us. I think that evens the odds a bit, especially because, again, our wide receiver core didn't improve a lot, and we lost a couple of pieces there as well. This should be a game. So I don't think we see Holden, unfortunately. I'm going to say nah.
Okay. All right. I hate that for Holden, so I hope you're wrong.
I
hope you're wrong. Guys, I got one more.
Okay. Come on.
Facts or no?
Mm-hmm.
HelloFresh is the best sponsor of the War Report that's ever been.
You got me. That was good. You got me.
HelloFresh. What is HelloFresh? With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Say hello to stress-free holiday with the help of HelloFresh. Skip the grocery store and save time with tasty recipes delivered to your door. After a full day of work, there's still so much to do. Some days it feels like eating a wholesome dinner is next to impossible. But with HelloFresh, you can turn busy weeknights into memorable meal times with delicious, practical options designed to save you time, like their 15-minute meals. Now, HelloFresh is doing something really special this holiday season. Go to HelloFresh.com and use HelloFresh.com/RaportFree and use code RaportFree for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while your subscription is active. That free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com, RaportFree with code RaportFree to get free breakfast for life. Man, they are saying we're going to give you breakfast for life as long as you subscribe. These guys are out here delivering the Santa goodies in the holidays. We appreciate HelloFresh for being a sponsor of the War Report. Also want to thank show sponsor Rogue Shop, RogueShop.com. Use code REPORT to get 15% off that Rogue Shop order. These guys are great sponsors of our show, guys. You have to go to Rogue Shop and order something. Stress, sleep, pain, anxiety, whatever ails you in life, the Rogue Shop has got you covered. Visit RogueShop.com. Use code REPORT to get 15% off. The CBD products, guys, they have candles. I've talked about the candles. The candles can be relaxing. Use responsibly. Don't burn your house down, but visit RogueShop.com. Use code REPORT to get 15% off order. Tell them the War Report sent you. Let's get to the chat here. Be Will and see what you guys are saying in the chat. We appreciate everybody for joining us this Friday morning. Ben Blower says, facts and all, Auburn ends the 2024 regular season ranked in the top 25.
Now, Ben, I'm pretty sure you're referring to basketball. No. You're talking about football still. I'm thinking about 2023 ending this year because there's no way our current football team could end 2023 ranked. So, okay, yes. Facts. Yes. Auburn, next football season, we will end the season ranked in the top 25. Facts. If not, that is not good. That is not good.
Yeah, I agree it's not good. which is why it's not going to be good when they don't. I'm going nah on this one. I think Auburn is a 7-win team next year right now. It's going to be rough, I think, again, offensively. Internally, the feeling from the staff is that they are at least a year away from being able to do all the things that they want to do. That, I think, will culminate in a 7-win season where they get at least one surprise win. But I would, if I were a fan, I would prepare myself for more ups and downs, until Auburn gets their true quarterback of the future and Hugh Freeze feels comfortable throwing the ball 400 times a season, which is really what a Hugh Freeze offense is. So I'm going to go no on this one. Thomas Jones with the super sticker. We appreciate that. But he also says, facts or no, Auburn will dominate on defense from start to finish in the Music City Bowl. Thomas, facts. Didn't you hear the first part of this? Auburn is going to crush Maryland because Ron Roberts is Hugh Freeze's best offseason hire. I think he's going to do a great job in this one. Forget that last play of the Iron Bowl. Look at the totality of what he has done with the guys that he has had on defense. I think Auburn absolutely crushes it in the Iron Bowl defensively. They come out with a fire and with a passion and ready to prove something headed into next season. Facts. They dominate.
Okay. I do think that the defense can dominate. Maybe. I don't know. We haven't seen a lot of the guys that are backing up, man, that are coming in behind Marcus Harris. And since I think, is Simp's playing, right? He didn't opt out. Hugh Freeze said that his feeling was that Simp was playing. So Simp will be there. But we're losing Pritchett, DJ James. I'm gonna say facts. I don't sound as sure as Thomas or Mike, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say facts. You know what? Why not? Let's bug for Christmas. And to all a good night.
Okay. All right. I like it. Let's move on here. Ben Blower comes back again and says, facts or not, Holden scores a TD in the bowl game. That'll be the first TD of his career.
I'm still a little bearish, regardless of what I just said. I'm a little bearish on us blowing Maryland out to that extent. So I'm going to say, nah, we don't see Holden in here for significant snaps. And I think that, we don't. I think it's going to be more of a 14-point game or less is what I see. It will not be up by the margin that allows us to put the backup quarterback in. So I'm going to say no.
Look, going into the season, I loved me some Holden Geriner. However, this season has not changed that one bit, baby. Facts. Look, Holden is. You remember the old posters of Troy Aikman where he's like the long arm of the law, right? We're gonna be putting up posters of Holden Geriner holding a football, Auburn's brand new gunslinger that just is knocking them out, sharpshooting from 400 yards. I love it. Holden Geriner is going to get a chance. Auburn's going to win this game big. They're going to blow Maryland out. I'm telling you, this defense is going to turn the ball over. They're going to give them a short field. And if you're Hugh Freeze, you get Payne Thorne, all the reps you need to get him getting some momentum going into the spring. And then you get Holden in there to make sure that your backup QB for 2024 feels the love, feels like he can do it, get some valuable in-game experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm telling you, if they have to turn away from Peyton for any reason, you want Holden to feel confident, and experience can't be the reason that Holden stays off the field next year if things aren't going the way you want them to go offensively from that position.
Right.
Get him on the field in any way possible in this bowl game. What do you have to lose, man? If they lose the game, nobody's going to be like, oh, my God, Auburn is terrible, right? You had that kind of seat. You lost to New Mexico State already.
Yeah.
This will not be the low of lows. This will not feel like Auburn losing to Houston and the Birmingham Bowl.
Yeah.
It's just not. So I'm going facts on this one. Holden scores 2 TDs in the bowl game, baby.
Okay.
2.
Okay.
2 of them.
All right.
All right. Todd Jordan comes back and says, facts or no.
Oh, no, he was responding to P-Pass.
Never mind. Okay,
Yeah.
Todd, you fooled me. Corey Weber says, facts or no, Jarquez runs for 200 against Maryland and bolts to the NFL.
So I noticed that one of our running back targets, he wasn't really a target. We're kind of like so-so
Okay.
on him. He didn't sign. He was, I think, eyeballing Clemson, Daniel Hill, but he didn't sign with Clemson. I think he's waiting to see if Jarquez stays or goes. And if Jarquez stays, then he's going to go to Clemson. If Jarquez goes, then Daniel Hill will sign with us. That's just me. I'm guessing. All right. No special intel.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought that Jarquez would stay because he didn't get to have the season. He didn't get to have a season that he could have had.
Mm-hmm.
If we knew what we had top to bottom on offense before they started having to narrow down the scope of the playbook and then run Peyton Thorne a lot. And if you come out knowing exactly what you have, he has the better season. But he would have that advantage if he played next year. He'd get to showcase all the skills for a full season, get the yardage for a season that gets the NFL scouts' attention.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jarquez comes back. Okay. I think Jarquez comes back no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that they spread this thing out with the running back. So I'm going to say not a 200 against Maryland. Not that it couldn't happen, but I don't think Jarquez goes to the league this year. It will be a surprise to me. I think he has more to gain by coming back, being on a team that wins more games in a very tough schedule next year, make a 12-team playoff, that type of thing. That's the potential that you sell to Jarquez as far as raising his profile for the league. Not after this season. In a bowl game against Maryland, I don't think would change his draft prospects too much. So I'm going to say not to this
one. Look, we still got to be realistic here. And realistically, I've already said this is going to be a blowout. So facts, 200 yards, but to the NFL. Look, if Jarquez was going to NFL, we know already. I don't think this bowl game is going to have any bearing on whether he goes pro or not. But I think he does. He run for 200 in this one. I think he can. He's definitely got a possibility. Now, if they decide to go all conservative and just try to get out with the good feels and the win and, overcome mentality and, get over 500, sure. They'll lean into the run game, maybe try to preserve clock at the end if it's close, which I can't see that happening. But if it does happen, Jarquez runs for 200 no matter what. I think they have fun with this one. I really think they have fun with this one. He'll have to break a couple yards, big ones to do it. So maybe like a 60-yard touchdown run or something like that.
Right.
And he gets it quick and then he's out because you also want to get Damari some time in this one. Now, if I'm not mistaken, bowl games don't count toward eligibility. Like
redshirting.
Yeah, right. So we may see some other people play in this one. Now, I think Cobb's redshirt is burned already, but I think maybe they try to get him some time in this one if they can. Auburn did not take a running back in this class. They haven't yet. I mean, it's obviously not over. But there was no run. This great class, top 10 class, not a single running back.
Right.
So the running backs run wild in this one, I think. Just a one man's opinion over here. Appreciate that question, Corey. Justin Thomas says, facts or not, they're going to give Holden, I'm going to kind of paraphrase this, they're going to give Holden a real shot next season.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of what you said. You facts or not, we're going to have a quarterback competition. And I think he has a chance to play. I think he has a better chance to play. So I'm going to go facts. Because if Peyton Thorne doesn't play well, I think the pivot to Holden Geriner happens much faster.
Right.
And is much more likely this coming season than it would have been last season.
Right. Okay. So I'm leaning that they're going to give Holden a real shot. No, because Peyton Thorne has an advantage already with running real live reps and having the team, the squad, and Philip Montgomery, Hugh Freeze, game planning for him and his strengths, not Holden his strengths. They've already got 12 games in the books, and they're planning for a 13th one right now. Mm-hmm. With Peyton Thorne, you are our guy. You are getting these reps. You are making these calls at the line of scrimmage. You are the one with the timing, with the pass and the running backs, the RPO. He is getting that. Holden is not. So he's already got a distinct advantage. And now we've already heard Hugh Freeze give some vote of confidence to Peyton Thorne for next year. Holden I don't even know how in practice you can outplay the presumption that the other guy is going to start. Like it's incredibly difficult to jump. The other guy is the starter, you're the backup. Now, let's practice and you show me why not only are you the better player in practice, but I have reason to believe you will be the better player on the field, because they've already seen Peyton Thorne on the field. They haven't seen Holden Geriner on the field running the offense with things tuned for him, and he's not going to get that shot. He's not going to be the starter week after week, game planning, running with the ones to have the opportunity to prove that he's better than Peyton Thorne. It's almost impossible. Like Peyton Thorne would have to be awful in practices, and Holden would have to be flawless in practice. That's what would have to happen. I don't think we're going to see that. So unfortunately, no, I don't think he's going to get a real shot. It's not going to be an open competition. It wasn't really an open competition last year. So, and he didn't have any experience in the system. So if he didn't have an open competition coming in where he didn't know anything about the offense, he's damn sure not going to get one now where Peyton Thorne knows everything about the offense. So unfortunately, I am going to say nah.
Oh man, gloom and doom from B. Will here on a Friday.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Steve Bradley says, "Facts or no, we're going to see a high-scoring bowl game."
I say no. Mostly because I don't think Maryland's going to put up that many points, because they lost too much. Talia Tagovailoa is not a great quarterback, but he is an experienced one. When you have a head coach cooking up Mike Locksley, you got a guy that you've been with for 3 years. Bowl game comes around, you got 3 weeks to practice for one opponent. I think that's a great opportunity to start installing some new stuff and getting some stuff going, but that guy's not there now. So now you really just have to break in your backup quarterback for 3 weeks, hoping that he produces. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, but it's no guarantee. Same thing for us. I think we have a lot to work on offensively. Obviously, we know we kind of hit some lows this season in passing, but we got a lot to work on. They've got a lot to work on. I think this will be score less than 51 this game. It won't be. I don't think the teams break the 30s. Let's say that.
Okay.
So no.
All right. I'm going facts on this one because 70-0 is still high scoring.
Oh, man. Here you go.
Auburn is going to win this game. Not 0. Nope. I'm sorry. It's not going to be a shutout. I want to add that caveat. No shutouts this game.
Okay.
But high scoring is high scoring, and 80 combined points. 70 from Auburn, 10 from Maryland is high scoring to me. So I'm going facts.
70-10.
How do they get there? Who knows? But they're going to get there, because that is what has to happen. That is what we've asked Santa for this Christmas, and I think he's going to deliver for us. So we have a super chat here from Haber, our guy Wardam PJM. He says, I just want to see improvements in the win column, 8 to 10 wins. I don't expect miracles with these talented freshmen. Another top 10 class, and I'm happy. Merry Christmas, gents. Thanks for all y'all do. Look, Merry Christmas to you, Wardam PJM. I think this is a reasonable comment. Not expecting any miracles. That's why I got Auburn at 7-5 next year. I think that's the ceiling, actually. But another top 10 class, and this is what Hugh Freeze is talking about, building for the future. Auburn needs to build for the future. You've got to do that through high school recruiting. Those kids have to come in, learn your system, get developed, and then hopefully in year 2 they can contribute. So how do they do that? You need a solid, you need a superb strength and conditioning program that can get kids physically ready in the year to play at a high level. You need a clear system that puts kids in a great position to make plays. And supposedly by year 2, another top 10 class, and that talent gap should have closed significantly, particularly at the skill positions, because that is where they focus. So 8 to 10 wins, I don't see that happening. I don't think they need to win 8 to 10 to show the improvement that Auburn needs to see to know that the program is headed the right direction.
I'm going to disagree with you somewhat. I think the ceiling, even with a different schedule, is still 9 wins. Just like I thought the ceiling was 9 wins last year. And that's losing some that we look at last season that we just got done with. New Mexico State should have been the game we won. I know the score was bad, but it looks like we were ill prepared to play it. That shouldn't have happened. Bama was a game we definitely could have won. There's your 2 additional wins. There's your 8-4 right there. And that's in that year. And I don't even think that is a bug to say we could have won 8 games last season. Now, if I extrapolate that forward to this season, true, we don't have Bama and Georgia at home. That makes those games easier. That closes the gaps on those games. But I don't know, man. We still have a foundation here. And rolling with Peyton Thorne year 1, it was rough. He didn't look prepared to run this offense. The coaches didn't seem like they knew exactly what he could and couldn't handle. At least the mystery of what he can and can't do will be gone. And I expect us to look much better from the outset. I think the progress he's made this season will have paid dividends, and we will look better to start the season on offense next year. The running backs are all going to be back. We're going to have at least 2 of our offensive line starters should still be in place. Our tight end room should be familiar, ready to take that step. Remember, Fairweather was a first-year player as well. I think we've got more to look forward to because other teams are going to be just as ill-prepared for this new schedule as we are. I think it's going to be rougher for everybody, and the experience and the foundation that was laid this year can and will pay dividends next year. I'm expecting 8 wins. I don't think that's too unreasonable because considering 3 of them are bought, I think that's fine. We're buying 3, and then we got Cal, which is still a terrible team, coming to Jordan-Hare. We should have won 4 games already. In 2024, 4 games should be won, and now we will have to compete for another 4. I think we get them. I think we go 8-4 next year.
Yeah, they already bought New Mexico State too. Didn't quite work out. We'll see how many more of those things work out in 2024.
Can you imagine a second year dropping a bye game?
Oh yeah, you can't do that. Auburn actually has 2 bye weeks next year. Fun fact.
Everybody does.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see you get an extra week to kind of regroup and figure out what you're going to do going into that last set of games to end the season. So, I think getting 2 weeks to regroup might make this a little bit interesting. That's it for another great edition of Facts or Naw, guys. So, bye-bye chat, but HelloFresh, HelloFresh.com for all your food delivery needs.
That was elite.
That was elite. Did you like that one?
That was elite.
I thought about it and I did it and it happened. So HelloFresh, what is HelloFresh? With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-proportioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make some cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Did you know that HelloFresh does more than just dinners? From easy breakfasts to start your morning off right to 10-minute lunches or satisfying snacks, both adults and kids will love. HelloFresh has tasty choices, and every mealtime occasion is the best. And as part of the best, no grocery trip required. HelloFresh has over 45 recipes and more than 100 seasonal add-on items to choose from every week, so it's easier than ever to find something everyone will enjoy. Go to HelloFresh.com/rapport-free and use code rapport-free for free breakfast for life. 1 breakfast item per box while the subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/rapport-free. Use code rapport-free to get that free breakfast. They're going to give it to you as long as you're subscribed. So stay subscribed until the end of time. Tell them the War Report sent you. Also want to thank show sponsor Rogue Shop. RogueShop.com, guys, for all your herbal supplement needs. Pain, sleep, stress, anxiety, whatever ails you in life, the Rogue Shop has you covered. Great longtime supporters of the War Report. We appreciate our guy, Richard. He drops a little special note in every order for our War Report family. You guys post those on social media. We appreciate that. Continue to show the Rogue Shop some love and let them know that the War Report sent you by using code REPORT to get 15% off that order. We love the Rogue Shop. You should too. That's it for another great edition of the Morning Drop. We'll be back at you guys tomorrow. Actually, we're dropping an interview with Butch Thompson, head coach of Auburn baseball. So War Report, Building Report special coming at you guys tomorrow. Guys, spring sports is about to start. The War Report is leaning in heavy to basketball, baseball, and even gymnastics. We will be there bringing you guys all the news from the Olympic sports at Auburn. Stay tuned. We appreciate you guys for being there and patroning our content. That's it, guys. We're out. As always, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Drop.